special
watchathon
of Backcountry BSing. We actually thought about doing this on Labor Day, but we both have pre-existing commitments, so this still counts though.
Yeah, still counts.
And a special show today because we're redeeming. So
supposedly
we opened a bottle of Blanton's on one of the very first renditions of the live streams,
Yeah.
and it was awful.
The cork was rotten.
What if this just tastes bad too?
Dude, this is going to be one of those things where it's like a $55 bottle of bourbon, which is average for a decent bottle.
I think this. How much? What was MSRP?
55 with tax.
But like, what if you buy this online? What is this? A couple hundred?
Couple hundred.
Okay.
Yeah.
But and it's known to be like ridiculously good, right?
I mean, people rave about it. It's going to be one of those things where we're going to drink it and be like, yeah, I'd pay $55 for that, but would I pay $200 for it?
All right, let's open it.
All right.
So welcome everybody. Happy Labor Day. I meant to look up like what's the point of Labor Day.
We'll Google it.
Thank you for spending your Sundays with us. We actually have some of our family over right now. How's the cork look? Not green and gross.
Looks good.
And I smoked a brisket all night, so that's resting in the oven, and we're gonna have a little family brisket on Labor Day Sunday, not on actual Labor Day itself. Okay, wow, that's nice. All right. So I don't know if anyone else has had Blanton's. This is supposed to be like real good, and it's got a horse on the top for the Kentucky Derby.
A little pony.
There we go. Smell?
Nose. Not much.
It smells smooth.
Yeah.
All right. That's pretty good.
Yeah.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
That's significantly better than the last
Ooh,
bottle.
It's got a nice little spice on the back.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
How much would you pay for that?
$55.
You'd pay more than $55 for that. I would.
No.
I got the Death Star ice cubes. Ooh. How much would you pay?
I'd pay retail.
Would you pay $100? For
No.
it? Really?
No. Once you figure out how to get them, it's not that big of a deal.
I would pay $75 for that. That's good.
Yeah.
That's good. Now, do you like this better than the Weller?
We need to do a side by side, like the antique.
Yeah. We were gonna do a bourbon flight tasting, but it's 5 p.m, and we can't get hammered right now. So you give me a little top off there.
Yeah, we need to cover the cubes.
Yeah. But whether it's as good as the Weller, I don't know. So we got some things to show you guys. We got some new. We meant to bust these out on the podcast we did with Sam and Miles, but we got some new.
That's good. That's good.
We got some new UGQ quilts that are on the table. We're gonna bust out.
Yeah. Did we get any other? I feel like we got. Some
Yeah,
other stuff.
I got an entire new setup.
Yeah.
I got a new sleeping pad. I got a new tent, and I got a new sleeping bag quilt. So there's a lot of stuff. And the sleeping pad. There are any ground dwellers in the chat? The sleeping pad I got the Nemo Astro Light because it's a 3.5-inch pad, and those are hard to come by, and it is amazing. I mean, I haven't slept a full night on it, but I've laid on it, and it's got a pillow built. Not that I use it as a pillow, but it's got a pillow built into the air mattress, which is such an not a full pillow, but a little bump.
You know,
Such an ingenious design.
I like how sleeping pad technology is starting to skyrocket. Lighter, thicker.
I'm waiting for the 4-inch pad because once you get a 4-inch pad, I think it's actually gonna be comfortable. Even though a 3-inch pad you can do, and even so the first Thermarest I ever used was a 1-inch pad.
The first one I used was the Pro Light, and it was like that thick.
Yeah, and then the Neo Air, those were 2.5-inch thick pads, and even going to the 2.5-inch thick was like, oh my god, this is like a mattress. And now we're at the Tensor's a 3-inch thicker, and then the new one's 3.5 inches, and a 3.5-inch pad. I mean, it's your hip doesn't feel the ground.
No, that's awesome.
So once they get to 4 inches, I think we're gonna have a revolution.
I weighed these quilts, by the way. 16 ounces.
So this is so Andy and I we've been wanting for a while some more. This isn't really a summer quilt.
Yeah, this is crazy to think about. Like, we need to start. I can't wait to test how low you can take this thing.
Yeah, so this is a 40-degree bandit top quilt from our buddies over at Underground Quilts. Andy and I both got them. I have a 30-degree Enlightened equipment that I'm probably going to use this over.
Yeah.
Because this is a 40-degree and it's a UGQ 40-degree, which means it's really like a
It's comfortable
30
at
or
40.
35 degree.
It's comfortable at 40. It's survivable probably.
And I got you haven't opened this yet, have
Yeah,
you?
yeah, I have both now.
Okay. Fucker.
I was laying in bed with it.
I went with the red.
Yeah, I'm surprised you did that.
I got black,
Yeah.
blue, orange, and I wanted to get the gray, but you got the gray, and we can't get the exact same ones. And also, unlike the 0 degree I have, I got the full zip.
Yeah,
I got the full zip right there. I like this red.
And then you got the what do they call this again?
Yeah, so I didn't know this was a thing. It's
Let me look it up.
He's got UGQ puts a suspension system. So like
No, it's like bungee.
well, it's got that.
Yeah,
So,
on the side, so it
yeah.
hugs you.
So this is the side. This is the side of the quilt. So like your head would be here, and then on the side, he's got like some sort of cinch system, so you can cinch the sides, so it like baffles around you a little bit more. I forget what they call it.
I'm looking it up.
Know if that was a thing. Solid quilt though. Wow. 16 ounces
16 ounces.
for a basically an overstuffed. Man, you can feel the difference between this and the 0 degree.
Yeah, you could probably save an ounce by switching it to like a Dyneema bag or something.
Right. Solid. All right. So I only have, if you include my Costco quilts, I have 1, 2, 3, 4. I have 5 top quilts.
Dynamic tension control.
That's way too many top
Dynamic tension control.
So we got the dynamic tension control.
It was $10 more.
Oh, and shout out to Chad. We have we've never advertised this. We have a 10% off code at UGQ.
Oh, do we?
Don't we?
Yeah. I don't know if it's active.
I think it's active. So if you know, we're not, I mean, we love UGQ. We'll plug them forever. But Chad did give us, we should just say it at least. If anyone is considering buying a UGQ product, you can save 10%.
Yeah.
I'll find it for you guys right now. And Andy, you can put it in the chat.
There's some funny. We've been.
Okay, here we go. It's Shill Bros 10. So put that in the chat.
BROS.
Yeah, 10. Okay, so if you're looking for anything UGQ, or just happen to be, you can at least get 10% off. Thanks to UGQ for doing that. They're good people.
Yeah. This is interesting.
Okay, what do we got? We did this like spur of the moment.
Yeah.
We don't have any like guests planned or anything.
Oh.
Andy, we're just over here about to like lay into this barbecue brisket I smoked for 15 hours, and we're like, let's live stream.
Yeah. I'm gonna smoke a bunch of chicken tomorrow, by the way.
Oh, what kind? Like wings?
Wings, thighs, and drumsticks.
So, all right, before you get into the comments, when you watch, all right, so if you're into barbecue and you're into like cool shows, there's a show on Netflix that Andy just told me about that I guess is pretty popular. Most people know
I
about.
Can't believe
It's called Chef's Table.
You're this late.
Yeah,
to the
it's
game.
like a really popular show. And the if you've been following this channel, you know I'm kind of on a barbecue kick right now. But the latest season of Chef's Table is all about barbecue pitmasters. And the first episode of the season is very cool. It's about it's about the #1 barbecue in Texas. The pitmasters is 85-year-old woman named Tootsie. Anyway, there's 2 dishes. Well, she's known for cooking like 4 or 5 different things at least, but she does 2 things on the pit, which intrigued me, which I'm going to try. First, which I've been wanting to try for a while.
Just not giving an F?
No, like the actual cut of meat.
Oh, okay.
No, she gives a lot of Fs.
No. I like some of those pit masters. They just like, I don't know. You just get the fire going and you throw the meat on there.
And they just know, like they don't use temperature probes at all.
Use a towel.
They use a towel and they just feel the smoker to know the Anyway, can you guess the 2 cuts of meat?
No. Tri-tip?
No. So one is a smoked turkey breast, whole turkey breast, which I want to try.
Yeah, that's pretty common now.
I've never done it.
Yeah.
2, I thought these looked absolutely delicious. It's a pork steak, but this is what they do. They take the pork shoulder and they cut it into 3-inch thick steaks, and then they smoke that for like 6 to 7 hours, and you don't pull it.
6 to 7 hours on a 3-inch pork steak?
Yeah, it's like that thick.
Oh.
So it's like a bunch of mini pork shoulders.
I have one of those.
And
I have one
They
in my
don't pull
freezer.
it. They cube it and stuff
Yeah.
like a steak. And it looks, when you see the episode, it looks so good.
Yeah.
So I want to do a pork steak now. And my wife, she will not shut up about me smoking a smoked ham. She wants one.
Well, we do that every year for Christmas.
She wants one bad. And I'm like, it's like random to do a smoked ham in September.
No,
Like a Labor Day smoked ham?
Dude, it is never wrong to do that.
Like a glazed one.
No, not even glazed. Just
she
smoke,
wants it
just a nice
glazed.
smoky one, and then just like cold cuts.
Yeah, she wants it glazed and smoked.
Yeah,
And I also want to do a trial run of a whole turkey and see if we can do that for Thanksgiving. A lot of smoking.
yeah.
Have you smoked a whole turkey?
No,
I smoked whole chickens. I think it's the same thing. You got to brine it though overnight.
Yeah,
That's the pain. That's the pain.
I've got all my chickens brining right now.
Also, last barbecue comment. I watched so many videos on doing a whole hog, a suckling pig.
I know. I'm ready.
I can fit in mine. I can probably fit a 30-pound suckling pig in there, and we should try that.
Let's just build something.
In that new fire pit you got. We'll get like a 50-pound pig.
I'm gonna go back. I'm gonna go back to the architect and be like, I want it the size of this table.
Yeah.
Actually,
Smoking a whole hog though, that's a whole other thing.
yeah.
You got to inject it. You got to do a bunch of stuff. All right, okay. Let's pay attention to the comments.
Just real quick. Okay. So Lisa's here. Thank God, because we need a moderator.
Hey, Lisa.
Yeah.
Oh, Jacob's here.
Yeah.
What's up?
Brandon said, I always wondered if it was as good as build because of the gimmick of the collector tops cork. It's pretty good.
Blandons. It was pretty good.
It
was
is
pretty good. I wouldn't pay a couple $100s for a bottle,
No,
but it's pretty good.
I mean, you can get Weller Antique on a. It's not as. It
depends where you live.
Yeah, you can get Weller Antique
Yeah.
pretty. It's easier to find. You can get a lot of good old Forester stuff. So, all right. Brandon says ordered a Hammock Gear Econ 40 quilt 4 weeks ago. 3 weeks away
nice.
from lead time.
Nice. Our
Yeah.
buddy Sam has an Econ top quilt. So their lead time is 7 weeks right now.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
good. I'm glad that they're busy.
Yeah, UGQ's lead time is like, I think 12 weeks. That's insane.
Yeah.
You'd think like, Gus, hire some people.
But okay, like these cottage, a lot of these
12 weeks.
But get this, a lot of these cottage companies,
This is America. We want it now.
they're in small towns, and like finding people and training people to do that level of sewing. I mean, that's just not a skill that a lot of people have.
Yeah, I know. Train them.
Yeah.
Wait, this guy, I'm watching on the side of Baldface Mountain in the White Mountains.
Dang.
Oh, nice.
Finishing up a 40-mile trip. Yeah, this was a great
Nice.
weekend to get out.
Yeah, it was.
Hey, what were the temps like up there?
Yeah, I'd be curious too.
Let me see.
We got to get out there.
Yeah. I got young chicken in the fridge. Chef's table is awesome. There's never a bad time to smoke any. North Carolina, we can't even find Buffalo Trace but Eagle Rares everywhere.
That's interesting, Brandon. We can't find either of those things here.
Yeah.
But I've heard, first off, I think
Just load up on Eagle Rare.
Eagle Rare is really good.
Yeah, it's better.
Especially because it's a $30 bourbon, right?
I think it's like $30, $35 in Ohio. I was buying it for $20 a bottle online.
Yeah, it is. I think it's for $20.
Oh.
It's very smooth.
Yeah, it's like $22. That's crazy.
But you can't find You can't find any zero Buffalo Trace bourbons will be on any liquor store shelves in the state of Ohio, like routinely.
Yeah.
They get them in. So what Andy and I do is we just know the day of the week that the liquor stores buy us, get their shipments.
Hey, this is really good.
It is good. And the good thing about buying it from a liquor store, because it's a state liquor agency here, is they have to sell it for MSRP.
Yeah.
So they can't upcharge it. So Andy got this last Saturday. There was a line outside, you said?
Yeah, I don't seek it, but I time my grocery shopping when the liquor store opens, and you walk in and there's a line for me, and you know something good's gonna happen. Like I got a good bottle on Saturday too.
So they let you buy two?
No, I got the Elijah Craig Toasted Barrel.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
You should have brought that.
This was worthy of.
Yeah. And also,
if you guys want good bourbon, that's like good bourbon, that's readily available right now, get an Old Forester 1910 or a 1920.
Is that the $80 one?
No, they're $60. The 1920 is fantastic. The 1910 is like a double oaked as well. Really, really good.
And then also big news on the bourbon front. So Ohio just did a lottery.
Oh yeah, you bastard! You won another one.
Well, my wife won it, which means I won it. So if you're not from, so Ohio does these liquor lotteries a couple times a year where you win the right to buy a bottle of bourbon for MSRP. So they lottery off these like really rare bottles of bourbon. And what Andy and I do now, it's free to enter. You just have to be over 21 and have a driver's license. We just enter everybody in our family.
Yeah.
Like we just get all their driver's licenses numbers and enter them all. And then, so I've been entering my wife. My wife won it. So that's like a $400 bottle of bourbon. If you
in
buy
the
it on
side
the Google,
market, yeah,
it's $39.99. So we'll open that on one of these live streams. It's so the Weller 12 year.
Yeah,
I'm very excited to try it. I've been very impressed with Weller bourbons.
Oh, this is a sweet comment from Mike K. Me and my brother built a smoker out of a 100-gallon propane tank. That is
Dude,
awesome.
that's awesome.
Yeah. Adventure Time. Made in Michigan is worth the wait, UGQ. Absolutely. What's interesting is we had a comment, I think it was on the last live stream, or somebody left a comment asking, or somebody hit us up in the DMs or something, like contemplating ordering a winter quilt for winter backpacking, but potentially waiting till Black Friday. And I'm like, you need to order it now for winter.
So like, for instance, last year, I don't think they
it was
finished
a 6 to 8 week lead time.
Well, I don't think they finished getting Black Friday quilts out until like January.
Yeah.
At least. So that's a good point. And use code ShieldBros10.
Yeah,
you
can
get 10% off. I like it. And you're wearing no one can see. Andy's wearing the Shield Brothers apron right now.
We haven't pimped the apron.
Well, you can't. They're not for sale.
It's not for sale. Maybe this will be a raffle item where we'll sign it.
Yeah. So I've been thinking about that. So all right, on the last live stream we did, we're gonna do this. The wheels are going in the background here. We are going to do some sort of massive charity live stream.
Yeah.
Probably like a 5 to 8 hour thing, and bring in guests like every 30 minutes and auction off stuff. But then I was thinking we could auction off like us doing stupid shit. Like Andy takes a shot of hot sauce, $50 donation.
Hot sauce, fine, sure.
Yeah, like funny stupid stuff.
Yeah, I'll do it.
And like our guests could do stupid stuff. You know? Like, this dude takes his shirt off. Donate $12 or something. So we are going to do that. I don't know when. It might not be until later in the month, probably, because I'm trying to get the lineup of people, and we've nailed down a charity to give the money to. I think
we need to talk with them first.
I
want to look at the.
We're gonna vet them.
I want to look at their financials.
They're a legit outdoor nonprofit entity. But I think that'd be fun, and we'll probably do some call-ins. Basically, we did a 5-hour call-in show last year, and we're kind of going to do the same thing, but with scheduled guests. And we'll run like all the proceeds from any merchandise we sell will go to charity. We'll do that. So if you're thinking about buying merch, wait until then. So the profits will go to charity.
Yeah.
We'll probably discount the merch too. So we're going to do some sort of like a massive charity live stream bonanza, and we're going to pace ourselves. We can't start drinking from the get-go of it.
Yeah. No. We're going to have to start. Yeah, that's good. Maybe we should have like a booze referee to keep us. We'll get the striped shirt.
Some guy's like, no, time out. Take it away.
All right.
But I thought it would be fun, though, during that to open it up to call-ins.
Yeah.
We're going to have someone here, though, manning the phone lines. Yeah, we had to do that last time.
It's going to be an endeavor.
So, yeah, that's coming hopefully within the next month, but I still am figuring out some of the logistics and lining up people. Because I think, 5 or 6 hours, I want at least someone every 30 minutes.
Yeah. Maybe you can donate to get us on the line.
Yeah, I thought about that too.
Yeah.
And then I want to have some people come in person. So it would be a mixture of in-person guests and call-in guests, and then you could pay us to like do stupid shit. And funny.
We'll rig up a green room, like a legit green room,
and
have
we'll,
like meat trays.
Yeah. And we have a bunch of gear. We'll probably like auction it off, like just all like gear we're trying to get rid of.
Yeah.
So I think that'd be fun, right?
It'd be a ton of fun.
Yeah.
All right.
So look out for that.
All things outdoors. Todd's in there. Making universal design bug net for Bumblebee while listening, sewing socks. Wow, much appreciation for those folks that do.
Yeah,
for a
happy
living.
Labor Day. Did
Yep.
you ever look up what what's the point of labor, like
Oh.
Labor Day? Is it really for laborers?
I don't know. Brittany Collins says lead times are crazy right now, but it's great to see the cottage industry doing well. I ordered a light AF pack for next season.
That's a good time to
Yeah,
order it
yeah.
now.
Brittany, what kind of pack did you get from them? What did you get? 35, 40, frame, non-frame?
Oh, it's literally to recognize the American labor movement
yeah.
and the works and contributions of laborers to the development and achievements of the United States. Okay, that's cool. But if you're going to give me Labor Day as a holiday, give me voting day, right? That's another thing I'm adamant about. Voting should either be on a weekend or a national holiday.
Yeah.
Or give us a half day.
Right.
You know, give me a half day.
Huck Outdoors is in the house. He says, hopefully it's cooler there than Southern California, 120 here. What's hilarious about that, though, is
It's nice here.
Well, there's a bunch of conspiracy theories right now saying that California isn't as hot as what they're making it out to be. I saw that all over the place.
Also, is there like a mass? This is good bourbon. I'm just going to have a little topper.
Yeah. Give me a little topper.
I don't want to.
Mom's going to want some.
Really?
I think she'll want some.
That was a big
Give me
topper.
a little topper.
That was a big topper.
It's really good.
It's good.
Yeah, it's good.
It is.
Okay, so it's climbing up.
is-
I do 80. I do 80.
It is so much better than the bottle that you opened
The tainted
like
one?
3 months ago.
Yeah.
We opened a bottle and the bottle must have been sitting on its side, so the cork
It was rotten.
was rotten and all green, and the bourbon tastes like ass. This tastes really good.
Yeah, that's really good. Okay, I
that
get
in the
it.
shot.
I get it.
Get that in the shot.
I get the hype.
Now, do you think that's better than the antique? Yeah, it is.
Yeah. It's smoother than the antique.
Yeah, I'm excited to try this Weller 12. So apparently, so is it as hot as people are saying it is? Apparently, 120 degrees.
Yeah, no. I just saw that.
Pass.
I just saw that there's a bunch of conspiracy
Hard
theories.
pass.
Like a bunch of people were like posting stuff on Instagram about them being outside in SoCal, like wearing sweatshirts and stuff, and like they're like, "Don't believe the hype, man."
Is it humid?
I don't know.
120? That's like Phoenix.
Brittany got the Curve 40. I'm hopping on the fanny pack bandwagon.
Nice.
You'll love it.
What color Curve 40 did you get? Put that in the comments.
Yeah.
I have a Curve 40. It's fantastic. Can't go wrong.
Brandon O'Hara said a green room with accoutrements and charcuterie. James Franco. Oh, you think you fancy?
Yeah, so if you can't see this, sometimes maybe I'll show you. I've got a room like right outside that we could use as a green room that we always joke about is the actual green room with like some couches, and I got a mini fridge, and we'll just get a charcuterie board. And what I want to get, my wife has joked, like an on-air light for this room.
Oh yeah, like a little red
Yeah,
one.
yeah, like outside the door. So it's like, you flip it on, it's like on air. Don't come in. I don't know.
We get a lot of people just
Yeah.
jumping it. Yeah, like a lot. So we're constantly being
We
like,
definitely need that.
come on.
Yeah, we definitely need that.
No.
I think we're going to, I think charity live stream, we'll make that. Because we'll be like, all right, it's 6:30. And I think we'll do like
you know what we should do?
like
is-
6 to midnight.
Yeah, you know what we should do
6
too?
hours?
Is we should get rid of the table and just have the chairs set up. Like
Yeah, we
it's
could do
like
that.
a late night show. You come in.
Oh, that'd be fun. That would be fun. Yeah, and we'll have someone like manning the stream too. Normally we're just doing this ourselves. Although it is nice. Sometimes we do have people manning the stream for us.
Yeah.
And it does help.
Brittany Collins said a custom olive green one. I'm stoked.
Nice. Brittany, solid decision.
Brandon O'Hara, in my best David Gray voice, looking forward to it.
He does say that.
Yeah.
That's pretty much. So David Gray, speaking of David Gray.
Hey, Todd killed him.
So he had knee surgery
Yeah.
recently. He's on the mend because Todd decided to take him up to the mountains of New York and he blew out his knee. So we don't have any content because of you, Todd.
Yeah.
There's no David Gray content coming probably for the rest of the year. That was a shame. That's a shame though, because I was hoping.
He took a spill.
Did he was he walking
Yeah.
down and he took a spill?
Hey, Todd, put it in the comments. I thought he took a spill, a nasty spill, and then like he's, and then David did say that he exacerbated it a little bit later.
Like he did, because he didn't get the surgery until like right after, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, because I was flirting with, I think an Ohio YouTube meetup was not out of the cards, but I think it's out of the cards right now.
Yeah.
Because I was hoping David would come to that. There are definitely a bunch of people in the chat that came last year, And if you ever get the chance to attend an Ohio YouTube meetup, you should, because they're pretty fun. But I think because of the COVID, right? I don't think we can do it.
Nah,
But it's also like you're outside, you're spaced.
you're not.
Just what if like the Ohio YouTube meetup becomes the super spreader event of the Midwest?
Makes the news. Yeah, CNN.
200 people infected.
There was a backpacking meetup.
Group of Ohio YouTuber meets up, starts super spreader event. No, true story. So we used to actually start these live streams talking about the coronavirus situation. I mean, there's not much to talk about in Ohio. The numbers are going up.
I thought they were going. Did they start going back up
They're
again?
going back up.
God
Thank you,
damn it.
Ohio State University. They're going up everywhere. School's going back. I mean, that's going to it. But I still think I get the sense that like people are over it.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
I don't know. But nothing else to report. I don't know when we're still trying to figure out if we're gonna have college football. That's the hot topic.
Bengals Sunday.
Really?
A week
That
from
starts
today.
All right, so we got NFL.
Against the LA Chargers.
Where is it?
Here.
All right.
Yeah.
You get to see Joe Burrow's debut this Sunday.
Yeah.
That'll be fun.
That'll be awesome.
So at least we have NFL. And like it was funny, there actually was college football yesterday.
I heard, like some junior colleges and
Well,
stuff.
like Marshall played, like a bunch of like teams we would never watch. And I was like, oh yeah, college football's starting. The fact that Ohio State's not playing means like I don't care about college football.
I know.
I'm trying to, and all murmurs are that Ohio State is going to play. And I got a conspiracy theory for you that I heard. Okay, so there's a conspiracy theory going around that the entire holdout of the Big Ten not playing college football is to not get Trump reelected. So think about it.
How's that connected?
Think about this. If you've seen any of Biden's commercials now, that's what his commercials here are. They show all the empty stadiums, basically like blaming Trump for us not having football. But
Really?
here's the reason.
I hate being in a battleground state.
That's why. So Ohio, Pennsylvania, Michigan, Wisconsin, sometimes Illinois, not Indiana. Indiana's not a battleground state. That's a red state.
No.
All of the Big Ten states are traditionally somewhat of swing states, and they matter. I mean, Ohio and Pennsylvania. Pennsylvania is a bigger state than Ohio. Ohio, Pennsylvania, Michigan, and Wisconsin all hold a lot of electoral votes. So they're pretty important. So people think, the QAnon people think like those states are not having football because they don't want Trump to get reelected, because the Democrats now are positioning like, hey, you don't have college football because of Donald Trump,
Right.
which may or may not be true, but it's a good political strategy on their part to win these states. Also, another fun fact. Did you know that only twice in history, or at least in modern presidential history, Ohio has not voted for the president?
I didn't.
My buddy told me that. And that blew me away.
I'm sick of politics already.
So whoever Ohio votes for wins.
All right.
Yeah. But I was like, you're right. Ohio went Trump. Ohio went Obama.
Yeah.
Ohio went Bush. Ohio's a pretty powerful political state because of the size and its location in terms of like in the Midwest and stuff. Not Indiana. Indiana will vote for Trump. I'm pretty sure Indiana's voted red for like the entirety of human history. But they're also smaller states, so politicians don't care about them as much.
Let's transition.
All
I'm
right.
so tired of politics already.
Well, yeah, but this is interesting politics. This isn't like
I know.
Trump versus Biden. This is like states and like how it happens.
Yeah.
Like Pennsylvania is very important because Pennsylvania is huge.
All right. Jeremy Hammer says, I was lucky to get a Light AF multi-day pack before they sold out.
Oh,
patiently waiting
nice.
for them to arrive, hoping to get in time to use it this season. I want one of those.
Yeah,
I've decided-
Jeremy, that's cool.
Yeah, I'm going to buy one.
Those are cool.
Yeah.
I didn't realize he was only doing a limited run of them. Is that what he's doing now?
It has to do with sourcing of the
Like
material.
he just gets a roll of Dyneema and then makes what he can?
I mean, we're guessing here, but that's what he did with the tarps. So it's probably similar.
I didn't know that the day pack was a limited run.
I love that day pack. Did you see Bryce's new video with that?
I did not.
He did another gear like ultra. He hasn't released I don't think he's released the actual trip video yet, but he put out another stupid ultralight video, and
Stupid ultralight
and
arrow pointing in the thumbnail.
And his base weight is below 5 pounds.
I saw that. That's dumb.
No, he calls it out how stupid it is.
That's
he's not
dumb.
taking a sleeping pad.
That is. Hey, you can do that in the summer.
Hey, do you know Bryce just ran a 50-mile?
Yeah, he did.
That's
Him and his
awesome.
wife.
Was it today or yesterday?
Yesterday, him and his wife
Good
and
for-
their
yeah.
whole running group.
I saw
50-mile race.
his wife posted her steps on Instagram. It was like 97,000 steps.
That's what it's 50.
Yeah.
Like when I run with the 4 times I've run a marathon, it's like 60,000.
Okay.
So that makes sense.
I ran 8 today and it was 12.
Fun fact, you won't guess this. Other than the days I've run marathons, what day do you think was the day I got the most number of steps, coming in at 57,000 steps? You're never gonna
Something
guess this.
backpacking related?
Nope.
I don't know.
Your wedding.
You tracked that?
Yeah, it's on my watch.
There was a lot of dancing.
It was a lot of
It
this.
was a lot of like.
I was like, 57,000 steps? What? I was like, oh, from doing all this.
Yeah, from like all these.
Yeah.
Dude,
All the hand stuff, because these are steps, like every time you do this, it
Yeah.
registers as a step.
there was a lot of fist bumping. I will say.
That's more than my wedding.
But both of our weddings was just a complete party. They were great.
That's what weddings are.
But sometimes you go to those weddings and you're just like,
Not ours.
Not ours.
People were dancing.
I remember the second the DJ started the music, it was just like it was like a vacuum. It just sucked
Fist
everybody onto the
bumping.
dance floor.
They were fun. But 57,000 steps. And
Plus my bar was like just straight liquor.
yeah, you guys had a lot of liquor.
Yeah.
Plus, another thing I was just thinking about prior to me saying that is because, one of my wife's friends was just over here who was getting married this year. I feel bad for.
I know.
So I was supposed to go to a wedding in. Actually, honestly, Andy and I were going to go hit up like a day or two on the Colorado Trail because I had a wedding in Breckenridge, the second weekend in August, and that got kicked back a year. One of my wife's friends was supposed to get married. My wife's nephew was supposed to get married. And not just the people that were getting married, but like our buddy Ben McMillan, who's a photographer, like all the small businesses. When you get married, man, you understand, like the institution of marriage is a multi-billion-dollar industry in this country, from the catering to the venues to the photography. And you feel for those businesses and the people getting married. And that is, big ass weddings. That's going to be one of the last things that comes back online.
Yeah.
Cramming 500 people. Not that our weddings were that big, but cramming 100 to 200 people into a tiny little ballroom. That is literally going to be the last thing that they let us do.
Hey, cheers for having like party weddings.
Yeah.
Like,
I think that's the standard now.
yeah, like our weddings were lit.
Yeah.
You had a live band. I remember I was singing with the live band.
I don't remember that.
I know.
Really?
Yeah, I was singing some Motown song.
Dude.
They pulled. I had the microphone and everything.
And this shouldn't surprise people who've been watching this for the past 33 minutes, but my wedding, the theme of the food was barbecue.
Yeah.
And I've yet to go to a wedding that has barbecue themed food. And it was like fancy barbecue, like catered fancy barbecue. And I've never had super fancy barbecue.
Yeah.
But I still have never been to a wedding that had that genre of food.
Yeah.
It was delicious.
All
Shout
right.
out. I forget the catering
To
company.
barbecue.
Shout out to barbecue. Shout out to Chef's Table.
All right.
All right.
Okay.
All right, what do we got going on here?
All Things Outdoors is responding to our criticism of him killing David Gray. This dude felt horrible. He fell on a steep slope, rolled probably.
Oh, he rolled?
5 or 6
So
times.
you almost
that was
killed
a scary
him.
one, but he was good. Later, same slope coming down the Gothics, and body went one way, and he went another.
You guys beat the shit out of him.
Yeah.
Nice.
Adventure Time's also sick of politics. COAR, core OAS. There is no money in playing college football. No fans equals no ticket sales.
Yeah, so
beer
that's
sales.
that's an interesting point actually, because you're right, but not for like the top 5 or 10 schools. So, for instance, Ohio State and a lot of the Big Ten and a lot of the SEC, they make millions in their TV contracts. But you're absolutely right, for like 95% of colleges, they're not going to be able to generate the revenue to pay for it if they're not fans. I agree with that. But Ohio State is not one of those schools, and neither is Michigan, and neither is probably Penn State. Like, the television contracts alone make it worth it. So I always believe like our country is just run by capitalists, which it is. And I always thought Ohio State will literally, they publish this, they will lose $120 million if they don't play football this year. That is insane to me that the football team, the football program makes $120 million and you don't pay athletes. Not going to get into that debate. But 2,
well, at
now
least
granted, a lot of
endorsements coming soon.
Yes, they'll be able to profit off their likeness in 2023, I think. But to this person's point, a good chunk of that 120 million is people going to the stadium, merchandise, ticket sales, that stuff. But
$9 Blue Moons.
I know. At least up until 2 years ago, you couldn't even get beer there.
I'll pay the $9 for a Blue Moon.
Yeah. It's a tall boy, at least.
It's a 16er.
Yeah, it's a 16er. But Ohio State will generate money even if they don't have fans. So the capitalist in me means they're gonna find a way to play football because they love money.
Yeah.
Millions of dollars on the plate.
All right. Lisa says I might pay money to see Andy sing with the band. And
I actually, funny story. So the night of my wedding, I carried, because we had just started the channel like 2 months before I got married, and I haven't released it. I carried the GoPro with me
at your wedding. You took it on your honeymoon too, didn't you?
Oh, I shot like the whole week of my honeymoon.
Yeah.
I was going to do some what I called Shill Brothers Indoors, where I released like some. So I actually edited a whole honeymoon video, and I edited. Now, if I actually were to release these, I'd go back and re-edit them because I edited these after like 6 weeks of knowing how to do this. But I shot a bunch of footage from the wedding. I have his whole best man speech. Mm-hmm. I shot a bunch of stuff from the wedding because it was actually a cool idea. I just had a little GoPro in my tux the whole night. It was cool. So there is a bunch of unreleased footage.
Ryan Jr. says, I work in catering and we just did a wedding where they ordered barbecue. Nobody ate them.
What?
Lisa, maybe we need to do this too. Lisa says, #ATOD kills David Gray.
Yeah. I like how we're blaming ATOD.
I know, even though
ATOD exposed.
Okay. Michael Cahill says, I got the notification you boys on. I was out shopping, so I missed the first half of the live stream. Do you publish somewhere like Instagram ahead of time that you're going to be on? Usually
we do.
Today we were getting together for like a family meal.
And we're like,
let's live stream.
Yeah. Usually we do. And we'll probably go back to doing some Friday live streams because we're still dealing with lockdown.
Yeah.
I try and make an Instagram post, but sometimes this was just, hey, I gotta wait for this brisket to rest. Let's live stream.
Yeah.
And this won't be a super long one.
No. It's just normally Labor Day weekend we're in the mountains, but not this year.
Yes. So historically, this
is prime time to be in the mountains.
Has been the week that we do our serious backpacking trips. So 2017, and we did Isle Royal this time. We did the Colorado Trail this time. I went out to Tahoe this time. So this, and I still stand by. I think this. So the last week in August and the first week in September is generally the best time to backpack, regardless of where you are.
Yeah, you're gonna have cold nights.
Depending on where you are
in the mountains, you'll get probably close to freezing, but so worth it.
Yeah, because like in Colorado, it got down to like
cold.
35, so that's still cold. But it's like 75 during the day.
Yeah.
Isle Royal, the week we went there, it was cold. That was just a cold snap though. I don't know. This is just the best weekend to backpack, I think.
Yeah.
Do we know anyone that's backpacking right now? Oh, Spaguyver. Shout out to Spaguyver.
TRT.
He's on the Tahoe Rim Trail, which will be our big trip next year. Spoiler alert.
I've been
2 weeks.
I've been watching all of Amy Rout was blowing up Instagram with her through hike
the JMT.
of the JMT. It looked amazing.
Does she have videos out on that yet?
I don't know.
Okay.
I'm not sure, but I know she was blowing up Instagram. It was nice. They were great pics. I mean, absolutely beautiful.
The JMT looks pretty baller.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie. Love to get out there.
Jay Miller says football programs, money support other sports programs.
Yes, and I didn't.
Especially those that draw.
That's
a crowd.
another.
Yes, absolutely.
That's another.
It trickles down. That money trickles down.
Well, and that's another argument that a lot of people have been using to have sports is because so there's 3 sports at Ohio State. This is a fun fact. There are 3 sports at Ohio State that actually generate positive revenue.
Let me guess.
You probably know 2.
So it's basketball,
Correct.
baseball.
Well, football, obviously.
No. I mean football. The third one would be baseball.
Nope.
Swimming.
Nope.
Hockey.
Nope.
Wrestling?
Ohio. Okay.
Wrestling?
Yep.
Yeah. I knew OSU was a big wrestling
So
school.
Ohio in general, and Ohio State is a massively big wrestling
Yeah.
mecca. Fun fact:
I was gonna say gymnastics. After
one of
that.
the most winningest wrestlers in NCAA history is going to be my alley neighbor.
Yeah, I know.
This dude is moving into the house across the alley from me, and we found out who he was. And Andy's wife, actually, we found him on Wikipedia, and he's like this big shot wrestler. So we were talking about how we're gonna have some drinks and go wrestle with him.
Wrestle.
Yeah, yeah. So anyway,
So we just walk up to him and be like,
yeah, put on some singlets, hey. So yeah, but yes, football and basketball do subsidize every other sport at Ohio State. So it sucks if you don't have football. They've already been cutting sports. But I was pleasantly surprised when I found out wrestling was a net positive. Makes sense. And wrestling's huge here.
Yeah.
And we always have
Uptrail's in the chat. I haven't talked to Uptrail. We haven't talked to you in
Yeah.
a while. I watched some of your videos lately.
Lisa, I saw the myocarditis thing. I mean, that
Yeah.
seems to be the biggest holdup. What's interesting is they're seeing it in college athletes, but they're testing for it in the NFL and they're not seeing it. So either they're not doing MRIs, which might be the case. They might be doing echoes, but they're not finding it in the NFL. Or the NFL is just so desperate to play, they're just covering stuff up.
Yeah.
Brittany, yeah, wrestling is huge in West Virginia too. Yes, that is absolutely true.
Yeah.
I'd be curious at West Virginia, University of West Virginia, if that was another. Because not many college sports make money, which kind of surprises people.
No, it's most college sports don't make money.
The vast majority.
Yeah.
Even at colleges, even at a lot of colleges, the football program doesn't make money.
No.
But at Ohio State, it's a $120 million enterprise. Can't pay them though.
Don't pay them.
No, they're
don't
students.
pay them.
They are there to go to class.
Yeah. Don't pay.
Well, it'll change. They'll be able to take endorsements in 2023. And that is going to, by the way.
That'll be interesting.
So, and just as much for basketball. So if you're not familiar with what happened earlier this year, basically the state of California ruled that college athletes are allowed to profit from their likeness and image. And what that means is a college, let's say you have a star quarterback at USC. He couldn't go out and be the star quarterback of USC and get endorsements, but he could take off his jersey and be himself and get endorsements.
Yeah.
So when that happened, obviously California is one of the biggest, if not the single biggest market for college football. Texas is probably bigger. Anyway, when that happened, the NCAA was like, oh shit, we have to actually do something now.
Yeah.
So they ruled that starting, I think in 2023, collegiate athletes will be able to, quote, profit from their image and likeness. So they won't be able to take endorsements as a member of the university, but they're going to get paid.
Yeah.
and they're going to be signing with agents. It's going to be weird.
They should.
Like you're going to have like OSU's QB is going to be doing commercials while he's an Ohio State quarterback.
Yeah, and I'm totally fine with that.
Oh, I think I'm not. It's just weird.
Yeah.
Like Subway commercial. You know what I mean? Like car dealerships.
When I play football for a major university, I ate this
like
meatball
car dealerships.
Yeah.
It's gonna, and like you're gonna see them on like their Instagrams, like doing Instagram ads, and it's good for the players ultimately, but it's gonna be weird. It's gonna be really weird. It'll be big in Columbus.
All right. Brandon O'Hare says, I'm doing the foothills trails soon. Super pumped. Going lighter than I have before. Last trip was Linville Gorge in early August, and I took way too much. Yeah, and Linville will kick your butt if you take too much. I could not
imagine doing Linville Gorge in early August when it's like overgrown, probably.
Yeah.
Probably peak bugs.
God, that trail along the river.
Very pretty, though. The east side of Linville Gorge, the Mountain to Sea Trail.
Yeah. And
Linville Gorge Trail is really pretty.
There's been a few comments on some other videos about like, are you guys going to do any more trips? Yeah, we got a bunch lined up.
Yeah, we have multiple lined up actually.
Yeah.
And you know that next one's that's in 2 weeks.
I can't wait.
So Andy and I are going on a backpacking trip, but hiking's not the focus. We'll put it that way.
Yeah, we'll leave it at that.
In 2 weeks, and we're both really excited for that. And then we have multiple trips set up. So we just, we effectively take July and August off.
Yeah.
Because backpacking around here sucks during those months. So once we get into September, things like the mid-September to end of November are basically the best weeks to backpack here.
Yeah, we got a lot of gear to try out. We got these new quilts we got to try out. I need some more time in the banyan.
Yeah, I got a new tent and a sleeping pad.
Yeah.
So yeah, we do, starting in 2 weeks, we've got several trips lined up. So we'll get back out there. But yeah, we did this last year. We're like, we're not backpacking in July and August. Unless it's like car camping.
Yeah.
Because it's miserable in Ohio.
Yeah.
It's 95 degrees. There's ticks everywhere. All right.
Mike K says, I live in the worst college sports state. Absolutely no one cares.
Oh, in Massachusetts?
Massachusetts.
You got the Patriots, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is all about pro sports in Massachusetts.
Brandon says, college players deserve a cut of the pie if the schools are profiting from them. Simple. Scholarship argument is BS. Schools only throw those at athletes that can benefit their bottom line.
Yeah, man,
I agree.
We both agree with that. I've always thought like it was stupid that they couldn't at least get paid.
Yeah.
There's just no, like, why couldn't they get paid?
It's
like,
so,
what's the point?
Yeah. And like all these people getting violations for like selling their merch, their own like signatures and stuff.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah,
so it's changing. It's changing. It's good. It's better for the players.
Yeah. Brittany Collins, I did a trip in Kentucky last week and the heat and humidity was miserable.
Where'd you go, Brittany?
Yeah. Did you go to Red River
Red
Gorge?
Yeah. And it's, like I'm bitching about Ohio. It's worse in Kentucky.
Well,
you're more south. Although I guess maybe you're up in the mountains.
What's Red River like? It's probably pretty hot up there.
Yeah, it's hot and overgrown and humid.
Yeah.
We've actually we've been considering going back there to
I love Red River Gorge.
Yeah, we've only been there twice, but going back to Hanson's Point.
Yeah, those national forests and I know
Daniel
that
Boone.
Yeah, I mean there's some camping restrictions at Red River Gorge, but like going to national forests is just so much easier.
Yeah, and Red River Gorge for us, a couple things. One, we can get down there in like 3.5 hours, which is pretty good for like legit backpacking.
Yeah.
And two, we can go to the bourbon distillery down there.
We're gonna hit a few. We are never not going down there and missing that.
Although I am pissed that last time we were there, we couldn't get Miguel's pizza.
We got Miguel's breakfast.
And dude, I am gonna just crush this brisket.
I know.
I cooked a 11-pound prime brisket for 15 hours.
We'll put it on Instagram here in a little bit.
And it's juicy. I did butcher paper.
Yeah.
Changing it up.
Well, I made a sweet potato salad.
And he made potato salad. You're smoking tomorrow.
Yeah, I'm smoking a ton of chicken.
When are you gonna get a pellet grill?
Maybe next year. That's the way to go.
Well,
the Traeger is the way to go.
Yeah, I'm gonna sell you my Traeger. And I'm going to buy a more expensive one.
Done.
I'm going to buy the ironwood.
Done. Get something that we can put a pig in.
No, the thing I have is the thing you can put a pig in. The more expensive Traegers are smaller, actually.
Oh,
They're
go bigger.
They're taller, so you stack.
Okay.
But mine, you could put a 30-pound suckling pig in. So we're gonna do that. But it's also like, it's just not with COVID, you can't have these like big barbecue pig roasts. You just can't. They're super spreader events.
Just like, oh, we got 5 people coming over for a pig roast.
Yeah, we got 30 pounds of pork. Hope you're hungry.
Brittany, not Red River, just a small loop at Carter Caves. Okay, I've never heard of that. We'll have to look into that. Mike K, September is by far the best month in New England. Absolutely perfect weather. Yeah.
Yeah.
Lisa, hashtag bourbon hiking trips. Yep. Brandon, I love national forests and wilderness area for the lack of red tape. We agree. I don't mind reserving campsites, but I prefer being able to set up camp
that's one
when
thing.
and where you need to.
That's one thing
agree.
that I never knew. Like growing up, I didn't know. Growing up, I didn't know that national forests even existed.
But okay,
it's not like they're talked about. Like if you go talk to people who aren't into the outdoors, like, oh, I've heard of national parks. I've heard of national parks. No one's ever heard of a national forest.
No, but I remember our first experience with the conversation around camping wherever you want. And that's when we went to South Dakota and the Black Hills. And I remember talking to you when we're driving out there, like, where do we camp? And you're like,
wherever you want.
You're like, it's a national forest. We can camp wherever we want as long as we're X amount of feet off the trail and not close to a water source. And I was like, really?
Yeah.
That's the thing?
Doing that is cool. But then when you do that a bunch, you start to appreciate not reserved campsites,
but established
campsites. Because like when you're actually camping in a national forest, like we still do this now. We're like, oh, we're going to go over there 100 yards. Like it's not flat. There's a ton of leaves.
Yeah.
But there's some trees and we can make it work versus like dolly sods or cranberry. Like, oh, there's a cleared out pine forest with a fire ring. And it's like it's not we reserve it, but that is easier.
Yeah, no, it is. And it's better for leave no trace.
If people stay in the same spot. Yeah, I know.
Brandon says, I love national forest. Oh, wait, we just talked about that one. So, this is interesting. I don't know how to pronounce this name. Coaroas.
Coros.
Go to Cave Run Lake, Kentucky. It's closer and the shelter we chase runs through it. It's Daniel Boone as well. And
we'll have to check that out.
Jason actually told us about that.
Okay.
Mike K says the Traeger is cheating.
It is.
It is cheating.
The Traeger is cheating, but if you're just a beginner like me getting into smoking and barbecue, it's a good starting point. But I would never do this in my current house, but watching these like pit masters, it'd be sweet to get an offset one.
I know, like one of those Yoder's one.
Yeah, I'm not talking like a Weber Smoky Mountain. I'm talking like a
like the Yoder one, like that.
Like you put oak logs into it.
Yeah, it's awesome.
Not in my current situation. I don't have enough room for I'm talking like a big thing.
Yeah,
like what Suge has.
I know. We see his is propane.
Is it?
Yeah.
But I would like an offset, like classic pitmaster barbecue setup.
Google the Yoder one.
But
that's
what
everybody
I don't want to have a pile of logs in my house.
I know.
I don't want to be throwing a log in there every 45 minutes.
It's hard to monitor temps on that.
Yeah, the Traeger, you just go, okay, 275 done. And then the super expensive Traegers, you can change the temp and monitor the temp from your phone.
Yeah.
So the Traeger is cheating, but it's good for someone like me who's just getting into this. And it's not going to be 100% as good as even like a charcoal smoker.
For what we do, it's fine.
But for what we do, it's fine. And for how easy it makes it, I mean, you get 95% of the goodness.
Yeah.
I don't know. We'll see here in a second.
B3 Outdoors. I read 93% of hikers are nonviolent. I don't know where that's coming from.
We don't want to run to that 7%.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, we've seen some of that 7% before.
Yeah. Yeah, if you backpack enough, you'll come across some sketchy people.
Yeah, Mike K, you need to stay up all night and be tired the whole next day using solid wood.
That's funny.
That's like what's the guy I always talk about?
That is what it's like.
I know. What's the guy I always talk about?
T-Roy?
T-Roy Cooks.
He uses charcoal though.
No. Well, in the Weber Smoky Mountain.
Yeah. That is what it is though. Every 45 minutes you're throwing a post oak log on there.
No, but T-Roy also
it does taste better.
He also has the this Yoder offset smoker that's awesome.
But yeah, I mean, It's even the Traeger alone is a whole day thing, but at least it's easy. I mean, with a real smoker, you're literally feeding logs and stuff. Yeah.
Get ready for the next question. Brandon says, "Tell us some sketchy hiker stories."
We
got a few.
We've just had people.
Okay, so we were at Archer's Fork. I think that's where we were.
No, we were at Wildcat Hollow.
Oh, Wildcat Hollow. That's right. Wildcat Hollow. 2 a.m, someone showed up and went underneath my tarp.
Oh, yeah, that's right. That's creepy.
In my hammock, 2 a.m. in the morning, a person went underneath my tarp and put a flashlight in my face, asking me if I was somebody.
Yeah, anytime you get woken up with a flashlight in your face at 1:30 in the morning is a little creepy.
Now, to be fair, this dude was probably just looking for his buddies, but like that was sketchy.
So all of the sketchiest. So we've had many animal encounters. That's not sketchy to us, but especially it just happens in Ohio. We have people coming into our camp.
Yeah.
At between 1 and 3 a.m. like regularly.
So this wasn't.
And I'm like, who's hiking at that time?
Yeah.
Like the last trip we went on.
So I was just going to talk about
people
this.
rolling up at like a midnight.
Yeah. So this.
What is that?
They weren't sketchy, but it was
No,
weird.
they weren't sketchy, but we were 2 miles from the parking lot.
Yeah.
They hiked in at midnight, which means you got to the parking lot at 11 p.m. on a Friday. So either you were like, I gotta hike in Friday night. Can't wait till Saturday. I don't get that. I don't get
And the best is
getting to camp between midnight and 3 a.m.
And
I just don't get that.
The best is to get to our camp where we were staying. So these people rolled in and set up camp in our camp. They asked for permission and we said yes. But to get to our camp, they walked through an empty campsite.
Yeah, so this is what happened. We went to Zaleski in June, had a great time. There's a video of it. You know, classic Shill Brothers trip. Brought a ton of good food.
Great food. Yeah.
And it's like 11:15. And, you know, we started the festivities at like 6. So we're like winding down.
It's like 10:30.
It was like 10:30, 11.
We're just sitting around the campfire.
And there's like multiple campsites around us.
That are open.
And this group of 3 people, and they weren't sketchy.
No, they were not sketchy. They were.
But they literally set up in our camp. Not like, hey, 20 feet away. Like as if your buddy set up his tent right next to you. That was weird.
But the interesting thing
that was weird. I would never do that.
No. And the interesting thing is that we were really far off the trail and there was just a tiny path to get to us. And we did that on purpose to avoid everybody. And then the path went through a campsite to get to our campsite, which was way the hell away. And that campsite was open. So they walked through an empty campsite to get to our campsite.
It's just like, I don't know I don't know why you do that. The only thing I think of was like, oh, like these guys had a fire. Maybe we could like go there and like, cause we had a nice fire going.
It was fine. It was just weird.
No, it was weird. So don't do that.
Yeah, don't do that. And they were very respectful and very nice.
Yeah,
and
but they
everything.
set up like 10 feet away from us.
No, I know. We would never do that to somebody unless there was absolutely nothing.
If it was earlier in the night, I'd be like, what are you guys doing? There's a
Just
campsite.
go to that one.
There's literally a campsite right there. There's a campsite right there. And there was one behind us. Like they're open. Go there. You don't need to be in our campsite.
I know.
But it was like 11. We were going to bed. We're like, F it. Who cares?
Yeah, I mean, we were literally about to get, it was fine.
Another time at Zaleski, when I took my wife there in the winter, this is January. I took my wife backpacking. She's a trooper for doing that. This is the last story. Then we got to go. It was 2 a.m, middle of January, probably 15 degrees outside. And there's like 2 dudes just hiking down the trail with headlamps on. Like, what are you doing?
So probably like, here's my
2 miles away from the parking lot.
Here's my theory. You work some crazy shift. You want to go backpacking.
Wouldn't you wait for the morning?
Not necessarily.
Like 2 a.m.
I'm with you. I'm just saying there's explanations.
Of course, there's a reason they did it. But it just, I don't know. So I know this is like a diatribe, but like the worst experiences we've had. I mean, we've had bears, we've had deer, we've had animals coming through. That's not sketchy.
No.
Because it's like natural. But the flashlights and the headlamps in your face when you're sleeping.
The flashlight in my face was weird because I was asleep and they woke me up, and I didn't have I couldn't contemplate
and when there's a
what was
flashlight in
going.
your face, you can't see anything.
I wasn't, but I was coming out of a sleep, so I didn't understand what was going on. But if I would have been understanding it, I would have been freaked out.
Oh, I never told you this story. Last story. When I was in the Tahoe Rim Trail by myself, I was sit up next to a road. First off, never camp by a road.
No.
Never, ever, ever, wherever you are. And it was fine, but like at 2 a.m, this like car full of dudes is just hammered drunk, getting out, pissing everywhere. And I don't want to assume their nationality, but it was in California and they were all speaking Spanish. So I assumed they were Mexicans, but I have no idea. But like a car full of 5 of them at 2 a.m. And they weren't backpacking. And it was extra creepy because they were speaking in Spanish. So I didn't know what they were saying.
You're just like bear spray,
Dude,
clutching.
I'm just no, I wasn't actually scared. It's you could tell from the tone
Just
of their
go
voice.
away.
They were just people out there to party.
Yeah.
And it's fine. That's not a scary thing, but it was super annoying. It's just why at 2 a.m?
And so to be fair, a lot of our videos, we take booze, we eat good food, but we are very respectful. We're in bed by 9 o'clock.
Yeah, we're in bed by 9 or 10.
And we're not loud, and so
I don't know.
yeah. Okay.
Everything's with people. All right, we got to go.
No, hold on. Let me get through these comments.
I gotta crack this brisket open. It's been resting for 4 hours.
Okay,
we're
let
outside
me
of the
see.
range. We're outside of the acceptable range of resting time.
Okay, hold on. I'll get through these questions real quick. So Jason says, do you guys use any GPS devices besides your phones?
Yeah. So I use a Nice, awesome. Sometimes when I know I'm going somewhere where I'm going solo, I will take a Garmin InReach. Usually our phones though.
Core always says established camps mean heavy foot traffic.
Yes.
They tend to have a lot of access locations and not trailheads.
Yes.
Think Shawnee. Yep.
Yes. That ups the creepiness factor.
The question has probably been answered before, but what do you think about Irish whiskey compared to fancy bourbon?
So whiskey is the next thing we got to get into.
Irish whiskey, yeah, and we're you guys eventually you're gonna watch us struggle through some scotch here in a bit.
Ooh, but Jeff, I like mezcal.
Yeah, I do like mezcal.
Yeah, I mean to get into that.
B3 Outdoors says I hike out at 4 a.m. to beat thunderstorms rolling in. It happens.
Yeah, 4 a.m. I get that.
Different.
But 1 to 2 a.m. I don't know. Maybe you're hiking out, but I don't understand the let's go hike at 2 a.m.
Yeah.
I don't get it.
All right,
everybody.
We're gonna go eat some brisket. We'll put it on Instagram here in a second.
Happy Labor Day.
Yeah, happy Labor Day. Stay safe. Get into the woods.
Get into the woods. Smoke some meat.
Smoke some meat.
And
eat some good food.
We'll see everybody on the next live stream.
Yep.